Hello and welcome to Oracle of War on D&D Night on DDOstream. This is Patrick, your DM for the evening. We're glad you could join us. This is sponsored by, or D&D Night is sponsored by Fantasy Grounds, the most supported virtual tabletop with more official licenses than any other virtual tabletop. You can visit fantasygrounds.com or at fantasygrounds2 on Twitter to learn more. Playing with us tonight, yeah, we'll do that first. So we'll just kind of go across the board. So say hi, remind us who you're playing, and we'll start with Ista.
Hi, everybody. This is Lynn from DDO Sunday with Alex and Lynn, which will hopefully be back soon. And I'm playing Ista, who is a half-elf sorcerer.
And Kaela. Kaela.
Hi, everybody. This is Kaela Brightleaf. I'm playing an Elven Rogue. Sorry, I was hitting the wrong button.
It happens.
I just figured you were being a rogue.
Shh, I'm being quiet. Don't draw attention to the rogue. We have Gralak.
This is Gralak, and I'm playing a half-elf monk.
One of these days I'll pronounce that name right. We have Miri.
Hello, I am Miri. I am a half-elf bard.
And Lorlevant.
Hello, I'm Lorlevant, and I am playing an ASMR Warlock.
And Wallop.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I'm playing, or also known as Grubbby, and I'm playing Wallop, the Warforged fighter.
I feel like every Eberron group needs to have a Warforged something or other. Seems to be.
I mean, they ought to.
Yeah, right. Like if you're gonna be an Eberron, why don't you have a Warforged in your party, right?
Right.
Welcome back. So we're playing Oracle of War, and last session we actually finished the first module. Oracle of War is a D&D Adventures campaign guild, something like that. But it's a series
Adventures
of
League.
Adventures League. There it is. So the first one we did was the Nightland. We'll start the second one today. And so this took our party into a number of adventures, little short quests into most of them into the Mournland, what is used to be the nation of Cyre, now a smoking ruins, as it were. And you are all in Salvation, in the Grey Beyond, which is one of the local taverns. There's more than one, but this is the main one. As you settle down in the Grey Beyond, an orc enters the tavern and nails a parchment sheet to the salvage board on the wall. It reads, missing in the Mournland, the Grey Dogs. Cash reward for rescue or recovery of the missing crew. Speak to Bellalore at the salvage market. As the orc heads for the door, word is already spreading that another salvage crew has gone missing in the Grey. And for reference, the Grey Dogs is a salvage crew that is led by Kali Alron. It's an ally that you've run into once or twice. And Bellalore is one of the salvage brokers that you worked for previously. This is the Goblin. Which somewhere in here, I'm sure I have her picture. Maybe. What do you do?
Well, we run to the salvage board.
There's work to be had.
There is.
Okay, you run to the salvage board.
Well,
You're going to read it, or?
We'll go to see Bellalore then.
Look, I found her picture.
Oh, he looks so happy.
Jaunty.
I mean, it's a goblin with a gun. What more do you want?
As a goblin,
teeth.
probably not a whole lot.
Right.
I mean, ammo and powder, I imagine, but
A fair point. Yes.
Yes, it is a flintlock. And she needs a flint in that flintlock. She's missing a piece.
She's actually also missing an ear, technically, but just kind of ignore that in the picture. The salvage market is in a dirt-floored warehouse built from scorched wood, planks scavenged from the Mournland. The room reeks of dust, sweat, and oil. In here, the townsbrokers do business from behind armored counters. We've been here before. And you quickly spot Bellalore in her normal place.
You're on, Miri.
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
can
Yeah.
now.
I was good. I don't know why it was different. I didn't do anything different. Anyway, good day, get Bellalore. And how are you?
Well, hello. She kind of keeps looking over her shoulder. You remember this as kind of her a nervous tick over
Her
hers.
thing.
And she says, well, today is not a good day.
Are you speaking of the gray dogs being missing?
Yes. So you kind of converse back and forth a little bit. She has been the Grey Dog's patron since they arrived in town last summer, and they're her best crew. She recently sent them to find a marketplace in the ruins of Calazart, a city some 80 miles into the Mournland. Calazart's Fireweave Bazaar was said to sell the finest textiles in the whole nation. They haven't returned, and she fears the worst. And as they're her best scavengers, she's willing to fund a rescue mission. She offers each of you 50 gold for the safe return of the crew or their gear if they're dead.
That sounds pretty
What
good.
type would that
What are they
be?
going out for?
I caught half of that.
Okay.
It was because you were talking over each other, not because
I said, what type of gear would that be?
they're proof of their death, basically, is what she's asking
Right,
for.
but were they like, was it like a wagon train or
No.
carts or
No, just
the
like their adventuring,
horses,
like the stuff that
walking?
similar to your gear, right? Look at your inventory and you get an idea of what they're carrying.
How many of them were there?
5.
What were they going out looking for?
Nothing specific. Just there's this was a famous bazaar. It's sure to have something of value.
presumably whatever's nice that they can carry.
Yeah, right. And Miri, why don't you let's see. Why don't you give me a history check?
Not very good.
Yeah, not so much. Didn't give you much proficiency bonus there either.
Mm-mm.
Let me check something here.
That by chance be close to where I grew up?
That's what's going on. Your
Doesn't-
intelligence is terrible. That's why.
Yeah, I'm not an
it's
intel
0.
tune.
So because your backstory is you kind of used to travel around Cyre and have some some memories of the place. You have heard of it, but you can't say if you've been there or not for sure.
Okay.
So is there like a road to this place or
Well, there was.
once upon a time? Okay.
Yeah. Before the
How long
entire
had-
place got turned into the Mournland.
How long had they been gone?
Probably about a week.
How long were they supposed to be gone?
Less than that.
Okay.
Might have been longer than that. It says it was 80 miles. So it's probably a couple of days. So, say 2 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks. You know, the days when you spend the same a lot of time in the same like little small space, the days kind of start to blur together a little
As
bit.
we might know from this past year,
Yeah.
you tend to lose track of time.
Experience that pretty much everyone in the world can.
I assume Bellalore can give us directions so that we can figure out how to get there.
So yes and no. Yes, she can like give you directions and such, but remember, but these would be directions like, well, this is how you need to get from point A to point B. But oh, by the way, there was a massive earthquake, so your mileage may vary on those directions.
Right. But it's better than, okay, search the entire Mournlands.
Right? Yeah. No. You.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's going to take a while.
Yeah. She can give you enough directions that you can probably find your way there. You at least won't be going like the wrong like completely the wrong way or anything like that.
Excellent.
Thrain? How did we end up in Thrain?
So I have rations for 10 days. I'm guessing we need to have a bit more rations than that bonus if it was supposed to take a couple of weeks.
I would think so.
That makes sense.
Well, especially considering nothing grows in the Mournland.
So, madam, would you also supplement our ration situation so that we do not starve upon looking for your best team?
Give me a persuasion check.
Hey, I have plus on that.
Hey, I don't suck at this
What?
skill. oh boy.
I'll just grin and bat my eyes at her.
Balor tells you that while she would be happy to do so, unfortunately, she gave the last of her available supplies to the Grey Dogs.
Uh-huh.
I assume we're going to accept this mission and then go shopping.
Sounds like a
Yes.
plan.
So a normal travel speed is 24 miles a day. And you have 80 miles to go. So it'll take you
Plan on
about
at
3.5
least
days.
6 days. At least 6 days of rations. Well, I have 10. Well, that's only
currently have-
4 days. Ah,
I think I'm going to take about 15 with me to be safe.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. How much does it cost?
Looking that up now.
5 silver pieces.
Okay.
And you can find like it's readily available.
I'll buy 6 because that's less math.
I'll get all that I need.
0.
So none. Advantages of being a
I ended up
warforged.
putting them in the party sheet.
There's not any cylinder, are there? Nope. So as you leave, Bellalore gives you the names and descriptions of the 5 gray dogs. They are Deruvo Tellus, who's a male dwarf, Nella Hawthorne, a female halfling, Sprocket, a warforged, Tandal Khan is a human, and then Kali Alron, who's a female human.
As opposed to a normal human.
No,
Just teasing.
sometimes gender is helpful.
Excellent.
All right. So, what time of day is it? Is it good to set out or wait till morning?
You could get a full day's travel in still.
Let's do it.
Might be you'd probably be one of those things like if you're used to starting your day at like 8, you're kind of getting your way maybe like 10, so you can get a full day's travel in easily. You just like a full day's work in, it's just gonna go later than maybe you normally would.
Alrighty, so let's do this.
Why did I just close my story information? That was dumb.
Because it's easy to do.
I know, right? I mean, how often do you do that, right? Like, all the time. Ugh, that is...
Yeah, I definitely use the hotkeys as much as possible.
Yeah. Right. All right, so you guys head out. Oh, also, the Garunda, who is the goblin that you saved earlier, one of your earlier adventures, from it was also Bellalore's daughter. As a token of her appreciation, and she also has a relationship with the Grey Dogs. Most people do, actually. They've been here a while, and they've been a pretty good crew. She gives you the party a potion of clairvoyance.
Oh, that'll help.
Neat.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
And she wishes you luck in bringing back her friends. And of course, I just closed that again. Good at this.
Hotkeys are your friend?
I do have the module hotkeyed. I just have to takes a few clicks, right, to get to the right spot in the module. But
Oh, yeah.
all right. So we're setting out. Yep.
Let's do it.
Yeehaw. Leaving Salvation, you're soon swallowed by the fog banks that encircle the ruined nation of Cyre. Strange shadows flit through the mists, distorted voices bellow from afar, and a supernatural chill reaches deep inside you. Beyond this border, a twilight landscape of blasted battlefields stretches as far as the eye can see.
I've been there, done that.
All right. If you all would, so your first day passes by uneventfully. On your second day, I need everyone to roll a d20 for me.
Into the tower or into the...
Chat is just fine. Oh, this will be fun.
Not really.
Oh, good. We've got almost everything covered. If we need to high, we got it. If we need to low,
in the
we
middle.
got
Oh, these are gonna be exciting. So Lorlevant,
Yay.
a skeleton warrior has begun to follow you around. Until you leave the Mournland, you can use a bonus action to command it to take a turn in combat.
Oh, Interesting.
Aww.
So is that a skeleton warrior, like skeleton warrior, or a skeleton that is a warrior?
That is like a skeleton who was a warrior and is just a normal skeleton.
Hey,
Put a
little
little
buddy.
beanie hat on him.
Lorlevant, is that
I
your
asked-
brother?
No.
Be careful about your answer. Kaela and Miri, as you are wandering and talking to each other, you both wade through a patch of silver fluid and age 1d6 years.
Oh, I'd rather have the
Oh.
skeleton warrior.
That doesn't matter much to me. Elves live so long. Who cares?
That is not Wallop that got that.
Nope.
And I need to roll the d6.
Yes.
They're twinsies.
A match
Twins
set.
today. Yep.
Match set.
All right, so you both age another 3 years. So that makes, let's see. You have your ages written down? Miri doesn't. That's no
I
fun.
was gonna say, good thing I didn't get that because I don't actually have an age. either. Don't.
So you both have aged 3 more years. So your second day ends uneventfully. Otherwise, day 3. Everyone, please roll me another d20.
Nailed it.
Ooh, a 1.
Oh
Good
boy.
luck, Miri.
This is the time when I would normally take my dice and toss them against the wall to reset.
Change the color.
There you go. I'll try that.
Miri, as you are traveling, you glance into a pool of warped glass and saw a reflection of your own corpse. Until you finish a long rest, you receive the minimum effect possible from any healing spells cast on you.
Oh, that's just so mean.
Hey, you rolled the 1.
I know. It's still mean.
Gralak,
I didn't say you were mean. Yeah.
you can't shake the feeling that something is stalking you. Until you leave the Mournland, you have advantage on initiative checks.
Nice.
That doesn't suck. Let's see if I
Apparently,
remember how to
getting
program
somewhat low but not really low is not a bad thing.
that. There's
If you get really low, you're SOL.
it's give and take.
Yeah.
There's some things are helpful, some things not so much. Let's
I'm just
see.
curious if Ista got you get 3 years younger.
No.
Woo.
I don't think that is a thing in here.
I don't see where the age is supposed to be because I actually did have an age.
Notes.
If you
Notes.
read,
Yeah, it's
Thank
under
you.
notes.
okay.
I thought you did.
It was in the write up that I gave you. But
It's kind of what I thought it was going to be. All right, let's see if this applies to Gralak correctly. All right, so Gralak should now have initiative. Advantage on initiative. Programmed in.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so day 4. The rest of the day has so you do get a long rest, Tosh, so you are no longer minimum healing.
oh, good.
Let's see. I want that. And we'll let everyone see all these fun rolls and have everyone make a survival check. So you're looking for the bazaar. Unfortunately, it is very challenging to find the bazaar because although you do have some pretty decent directions, you are finding very quickly that the Mournland is not super easy to. It's not the same as it used to be, right? And
Disadvantage.
yeah, it's difficult to navigate in here. Also, I will take another D20 from everyone for your Mournland effect for the day. Oh boy, all sorts of fun things. Ista walks through a patch of silver fluid and ages 1d6 years.
Oh,
Is that permanent or
And
does
look
it
out,
go
there's this other
away?
pool of. Well,
It's permanent.
6. I'm just gonna write +6 on there until we figure out my age.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote X6 on my sheet.
Gralak also now has a skeleton following him around.
Nice.
Gralak is playing the odds here. Uh,
I have a feeling that bad karma is coming my way. That's why I'm looking over my shoulder all the time.
yeah, that's probably true. As you were searching for the bazaar, Kaela and Wallop, you both get stuck in a bog. You lose a single item of equipment of your choice.
1 ration.
Sure.
Okay. Actually, I'll lose a candle.
Wallop, unfortunately, does not have rations to lose.
Nope.
Holy cow,
I
but
do
you have
have a
10
I do
torches.
have a python. Yep. Yeah, I'll lose a torch. I'll never use a torch anyway.
Why do you have 10 torches?
Because they come with.
Holy cow.
That's an interesting choice.
10 torches? Oh, man.
Because
That's...
starting equipment. That's why.
He has him sticking off his back like a porcupine, and then we can light him. Send him running
So when
across.
one got stuck and I
Ah!
left it, like whatever. I got lamp.
The ruined city of Kalazart looms through the gray haze. Towering tenements reach for the heavens, pockmarked with impact craters and fungal growths. The Fireweave Bazaar lies just inside the city walls, a sprawling marketplace with a faded canopied roof. Junk is strewn throughout the market's main thoroughfare, and its windowed shop frames are covered in grime.
Ugh,
Lovely, isn't it?
quite.
So are some of us at this point.
So I'm going to share this with you, and you probably won't see anything until I actually put you on the map here.
Grubbby just sent me that I was 20 years old to start, and I was like, well, good thing it wasn't lose 6 years. It's past my bedtime, guys.
There are only 5. Who am I missing? Miri. I'm missing Miri. How did I miss Miri?
Oh.
There we go. All right. So you're at the entrance. Let me give you some more information, though. There's more stuff to talk about here. So a long pedestrian thoroughfare stretches through the market, sheltered under a canvas canopy. Each store faces onto the thoroughfare and occupies a single plot in the building. The ceilings inside the shops are 15 feet high. The canopy over the thoroughfare is 30 feet. The canopy is torn and faded. Shafts of twilight slant across the marketplace, spreading dim light throughout. The market reeks of dirt and rot. The whole building creaks ominously under the moaning breeze. And so I'm assuming you enter the bazaar to the point you're at. Go to the entrance of it.
Is
Yes.
the canopy still up?
Yes.
Okay.
What does
It's-
the ground look like?
It is wooden floor.
What about in the streets outside?
That'd probably be more cobblestoney.
All right, thanks.
Whatever gives you neither
Yeah.
advantage or disadvantage. Let's go with that. Oops.
How well lit is the area?
Dim light. There's shafts of light kind of poking through the canopy, as it were. A grimy map of the Fireweave Bazaar is mounted on the wall here. Much of its surface has rotted away, but some stores are still identifiable. Someone has scratched crosses over the certain areas on the map.
That looks like something they could have done too. These are the ones they searched. There's a question mark over a couple of them. Looks like. Is that
What's in the
question mark?
carpet realm? What's in the dragon's hoard?
Right.
So Miri, now
Yes.
that you have arrived at the Fireweave Bazaar, you do actually have some memory-ish of being here. Nothing that's like really firm, but like a memory, like a distant memory of being a child and going to like a fairground or something like that. That's kind of what you have here.
All right.
So nothing like you don't really remember the details, but you're a little sad because you remember coming here and it was really fun and a really vibrant place, and you got to look at the different stores and that kind of thing.
Gotcha. All right. On the way here, did we have any indication that we were on the same general path that the previous group may have taken? Was there any sign that we saw of them?
No.
Okay. All right.
It's like we should really investigate the areas marked with question marks first.
Well, we don't know who marked the others off or what they were looking for.
I bet the group we're looking for probably marked these things off.
Yeah, that's
Why
my
do you
supposition.
assume?
Because
Why
they
do you
were
assume
looking
that?
for stuff to loot. Because they
Seems
were
So
most
would
looking.
likely.
anybody else who's been here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Would there have been anybody else here in this amount of time?
I think we better clear it as we go so that we know where nothing's behind us.
That's a good idea.
All right.
Sure.
Somebody
And
has a
keep-
light cantrip, if I recall. If they
Yes.
could cast that on the pole armor on my back, that'd be grand.
I do so.
Lorlevant, you are pretty confident that these scratches are very recent. And in
These
fact,
scratches,
you kind of like put your finger on one of them, and you actually wipe away some of the ink.
these are very fresh. I showed the ink on my finger. Somebody did this very recently.
That makes it much more likely that these are our people.
Judging from
Or
the
the
two
people that came
maps,
after them.
Judging from the two maps, it looks like we're next to the Millers and the. What does that say? Rockworks.
Rockworks?
Is that
Yeah.
is that correct?
Yeah.
Looks like this is the only entrance. The rest of it's closed off.
Okay, so yeah, maybe we just go at least look real quick in each room until we get to those two question marks.
Sounds like a plan. Just be really careful here too, though, because we don't know why the other party didn't make it out.
Exactly. I mean, they obviously were coming back here to mark this, or somebody was.
So you look in, Grubby, you're just gonna kind of look in here.
Yes.
Oh, hey, that's.
Yeah.
I love how both of my maps don't actually have the names of the places. Just the map board does. I need more screen real estate.
Never enough.
So this is looking. Gralak's looking in the miller's shop. It is kind of what you'd expect for a miller. I'm assuming here that they're talking about a hat shop.
Milliner, actually. Millers would be grinding grain.
Yeah, okay. It's in heavy disrepair. There's some stuff in there that is readily identifiable as this type of shop, but it is all mostly, from what you can see out here, not so helpful, not usable, damaged, rotting. It's been 4.5 years since the day of mourning, so.
On the floor, is there any dust or anything that we could see if there were tracks going in?
An excellent question, sir. Let's do. Who's looking?
Everybody.
Yeah, those of us up ahead.
I think we're all
Yeah,
looking.
pretty much
Yeah.
all of us.
Probably should have put hidden on this, but that's okay.
It's okay. They can see how badly I did.
Yeah, you do see in the dust and the grime some recent footprints. So there's definitely been some recent activity here.
Just a footprint, but no signs of like obvious somebody got dragged out of here or anything like that.
Nothing
Just normal
to
kinda
that effect.
walking around.
No.
And we
At
see
least so
footprints
far.
going both directions, in and out.
That I'm gonna make you roll another check. Let's see who didn't fail this. I'm gonna take Kaela off and Lorlevant off, and we'll give it to Wallop. Oops. As I hit the select all button. There we go. So what you were asking if people were being dragged? No. It looks like in the miller's shop, people went in. Let me you're kind of looking from the doorway here. People went in, looked around. You can see a couple of items that look like they were picked up and dusted off and put back, or tossed aside, that kind of a thing. There was recent activity here, but nothing that says, "Woo, danger!"
Do we want to check every room, or do we just want to scan it for the people we're looking for and move on?
I would say scan for the ones that have the X's.
Yeah. So can we look across the hall into the rockworks there?
Sure. Very much the same. Other
Do you
than the
see
fact that
anything that looks
it's
valuable in there?
No, nothing that jumps out at you. Other than the fact that it's a rocksmith place as opposed to a miller's place, kind of very similar.
Oh, is it like one of those where they have the boxes with all the tiny little colored rocks that you can run your hands through? Those are fun.
Probably, yeah. You want to go and run your hands through them?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Not as
No.
grimy as it is.
But I don't wanna.
Okay, I used prestidigitation on one of them to clean it off. You can do this one.
Okay, thank you.
What is it?
A rock.
Can we tell anything about the rock? Can we tell what kind it is?
Let's see.
Do we have anybody here that would know that sort of thing?
You can make a nature check.
These aren't nature rocks, though. These are
Give
for
me
sale
a
rocks,
give me a
right?
an intelligence nature check if you want to figure out what kind of rock it is.
Okay, I gotta get rid of some of these.
You may have to change the skill. I think it defaults to wisdom.
It's an intel. Nature is an intel,
Is it? Okay.
which won't help me in the least.
Miri, with confidence, you declare
it's
it's a
rock.
shiny rock. Also, it's pretty.
Ooh.
You should keep it.
All right, I'm looking into the Dragon Works or Dragon's Hoard, which is one of the ones with a question mark on it.
This crowded store contains a pristine collection of lanterns, decorative figurines, and ornamental glass sculptures. Everything else in here is covered in a layer of dust.
Okay, so the
Pristine.
question mark, I guess
They're
they
all
thought this had
pristine.
potential. Yeah, they are not knocked over and stuff.
Huh.
How big are they?
The lanterns and stuff, and lanterns are
And the
normal sized. Figurines, like keepsake sized. Like we're not talking statues, right? Like Hallmark figurine sized.
All right, I can see we want to keep a question mark on that one too and come back perhaps later.
Yeah.
What kind of lanterns?
The light projecting kind. Various designs.
Well, if there's a bullseye and or
And hooded.
hooded, that's the one I was thinking of. We'll fire those. At least one of each.
We'll say yes. There are some of those. These are. I'm trying to think of how to say this. There's a lot of different kinds of lanterns. They're functionally there's a couple of each type of lantern, like from the basic gear, but these are not. These are more decorative, more artsy. There's from different like the style of the lanterns are from different nations, right? So you can see one that's you're pretty sure would be from Thrain or different, kind of like that. Does that make sense?
Does
Yeah.
anybody have any idea if these things are valuable?
What kind of a check would that be?
You don't really need to check to know that these are clearly more valuable than a normal lantern.
What about the other items in here? These figurines and glass sculptures.
How do you want to rate value? I mean, they're kind of like artsy objects and stuff. There's kind of a some people. It's like our world, right? Like
I mean,
some people really
the
value
store
the
in the
Hallmark
mall.
figurines, and some people don't care about them at all.
We're more wondering how much we could sell them for back in the bazaar.
Exactly.
Of course, that's a lot of stuff in there. So
Well, bullseye lanterns are worth 10 golds each, so I think we might want to come back here and grab a few when we're ready to leave.
good idea.
And also, they're handy
Yes.
for those of us who can't see in the dark.
Well, we're not sure how functional these are since they're basically
Which
works
they
of
is.
art.
And they've been left here for 4 years.
So if I finish reading the stuff it gives me, the items in here are they're of some value, but they're kind of cheap and tacky.
Okay.
So
So
I was kind of on the right line, right?
They're from
Sounds kind of like Salvation. They probably sell well there.
of all the things you could have said, that's probably the least offensive. So as you come up to the carpet store, a sign above the store reads "Carpet Realms." Through the grimy windows, you see rugs and carpets stretching back into the gloom. The corpse of a human scavenger sprawls near the entrance.
Well, there's someone.
Okay.
If you're waiting for a big flashing danger sign, there you go.
Yep.
Does
How
he
close
look
to the
like
entrance?
We'll say, give you
Oh. Sorry, I've got the other stuff
right
in
about
front of
there.
me.
Okay, so it is within the range of the light spell.
Yes.
Does it look
Can we
like
tell the
one
gender?
of the fellas we were sent to look for?
Based on
was
the
a-
descriptions that Bellalore gave you, you identify this as Tandal, one of the missing scavengers.
Okay. Well, we have to loot the body because we have to have proof.
And we were asked to bring back the gear.
Yeah.
Can we see an obvious reason as to why they're dead?
Give me an intelligence medicine check.
Ice Tower?
All of us?
You can put it in the chat. Anyone who wants to can do it.
I have medicine stuff, so.
I do not.
Just make sure you change it to intelligence from
Oh, I
wisdom.
didn't. Sorry.
It doesn't matter for you.
Well,
It
that's
might
true.
actually be worse for her.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And how do I go about just type in Intel?
So
I
where
just
click on where it
Oh,
says
looks like I
wisdom.
just click on it.
yeah, where
Yeah, you
it
just
has the
click
stat, you just click on it.
Intel. Okay, Intel.
Off
Here
to a
we
rolling
go.
start.
Okay, slightly
He's
better.
dead. Look at that.
He is dead. Let's see. What is the difference between Gralak roll at 14?
I'd have I'd have a 14.
Wallop, do you want to give it a whirl here? Or are you choosing not to embarrass
Sure.
yourself?
I mean,
I could try. Like you.
he can join us in our attempts and probable failures.
I've seen lots of insides.
Those
Yeah,
are
no.
insides right there. I tell you what.
Actually, Gralak, you kind of see there's no like visually like his guts aren't spewing about. There doesn't seem to be like hacking marks. You're pretty confident he was suffocated.
Okay, I'm pretty sure he was suffocated. So I would guess there's one of those carpet things that can, strangler or whatever they call them in there.
Oh.
And let's see, the guy's about 10 feet in.
Yeah, 10, 15 feet. Depending on where you want to start the inn.
I'd like to have my skeleton attack him.
Honestly, that would have warranted more than a question mark on the shop for me, but I'm just saying.
You raise a valid point. Their note taking is quite curious. Where did I leave that skeleton? There he is. Give me a moment. I'm gonna throw
we need 2 S's on the board. There we go.
Hold on, working. Gralak and Lorlevant, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the skeleton's not going to suffocate.
That was my thinking. He would go in there and perhaps draw out whatever was in there.
All right,
And if 2 skeletons aren't enough, we always have Wallop.
Yep.
Who also doesn't need to breathe.
It's true.
Sure.
I'm concerned about when we get over to the shop named Musk.
That sounds like another job for me and skeletons.
Right? It's just Musk.
So that's where the skeletons are right now. They're kind of trailing behind you about 40 feet.
I'd say Land of Leathers is pretty scary sounding too.
Guess it depends on what you're expecting.
I would be afraid to have any expectations here.
Sounds like a good idea.
So you get to, as you can direct it to take a turn, as it were. It's currently about that far back. It's probably not going to be able to make it totally into there.
I'll wait.
Well, it's trailing behind you, so as you move forward, it'll move forward.
But the instruction said I could have it attack, right?
You can have it take a turn. So, move, action, bonus action, any of that kind of thing.
Okay, so I can't tell it to attack something specific.
You can. You get a turn with it. So what I'm suggesting here is you may want to move further down the path to get it to be closer before you direct it.
Okay.
Right, I see. So there's there's one action, like one turn it can do. We move forward, and then when you tell it, it uses its movement to get there, and then it can grapple it or whatever.
Right.
And that way you get it all done in one command.
Okay, gotcha. I've moved further down the hall.
Okay, it moves up. Currently, it doesn't move because there's people in the way. By the way, Grubby, as you pass that door, it's a small steel door set into the wall here, embossed with the Gorgon seal of House Kenneth. A sign above it reads "Maintenance Compartment."
Okay, thank you.
So
that's that little.
All right, now I should be able to tell it to attack the dwarf, right?
Yeah. You can have it attack a dead body.
I don't figure it's going to hurt it.
Might mutilate it, but
I'm okay with that.
all right then.
I recommend grapple.
Like, do you just want to? Yeah, you can have it like go in and like pull them out or something like that.
Okay, I didn't think I could do that because the actions listed are only attack.
Oh no, it could
Okay.
do normal actiony type things.
Okay, then I wanted to grab the dwarf and pull him back out.
Okay, so it moves up to the dwarf, and everybody roll for initiative. Actually, I'll send that to you. Initiative. And let's just make sure that Grubby rolls with initiative. It did. 4 and a 6. Well done, sir. As the skeleton goes up to the body, a rug jumps out and attacks it.
Aha. Bad rug. How big is this rug?
Pretty big.
It's a big rug.
It is a big rug. That was disappointing. The rug tries to. Did you guys get to see all that?
Yes.
Is it actually working now?
Yeah.
Hey, I finally got that That works well. Great. Yeah, the rug just like tries to grab the skeleton and is apparently so excited about the fact that there's something there to attack again. It just completely whiffs. So the skeleton comes in and pulls the body out. Finishes pulling the body out. And with that, the Gralak skeleton crumples into dust.
Aw.
Thank you, skeleton.
You were useful for your short period here.
He triggered the trap. That was convenient, right?
Yep.
Like that's
Yep.
helpful.
That's effective use.
Let's see. The rug will move up and attack Ista. And miss Ista as well. Man,
Good rug.
lousy rug. Miri.
Ready. Get here. Well, I don't think I've got anything that's going to help with that. Take my sling and I'm going to sling a rock at it.
Okay.
Or try to.
That misses.
All right. And so I'm going to I'm just going to stand, move this a little bit back. There.
Okay.
Oh, where's my other screen? There it is.
You can just tell me you're done too.
I am done. Thank you. Yes,
Unless
I've
you
got
want
too much
to use a
stuff up.
bonus action.
Not at this time.
Okay. Kaela.
All right, I'll take a shot at the rug.
Everyone should move back on your turn so we keep distance between it. We don't want to get smothered, except maybe Wallop, who wouldn't hurt.
That attack hits.
Oh, okay.
Seven damage. Very nice.
I
Gralak.
seem to have a little trouble actually moving.
Oh, I've got it. Sorry,
There it goes.
I've got it turned on, so I have to approve your move.
Ah, okay.
I'm just gonna put some people back in their actual squares because for some reason Fantasy Grounds, as wonderful as it is having problems with that these days.
I accidentally closed my battle map. How do I get that back open?
On your character sheet, you can double click your token, which is the picture on the right, or I can reshare it with you.
I got it. Thank you. Okay, I've got it somehow into a scroll mode. How do I turn that off? It's moving the map instead of me.
I don't know. Is your middle button depressed?
Nope.
You could try clicking the gold thing down on the bottom, but otherwise I'm not sure.
Token.
There it goes.
Well, I just moved him manually. And I will throw a dart at it.
Okay.
I hit the wrong thing. Damn it.
You want to see if you hit it first?
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay. It hits and does 7 damage.
It worked out in the end.
Do it the other way other order next time. How much movement you got left?
I got 10 feet left. I got to 40 feet movement now.
Monks and their damn speediness.
Watch out behind you.
Yeah, he's moving into their Talisons.
Which was marked.
Yes, it was marked with an X. It's another store of knickknacks and stuff. We'll pretend it's kind of like oh dang it, I had a store in mind and it just we'll pretend it's like a Spencer's, like this world's version of Spencer's.
Nice.
I figured it was either that or Hot Topic.
We'll say the Grand Attire is the Hot Topic.
Okay.
I did hit complete. It's moved on to somebody else, right?
Yeah, I did. I'm not going to
Ista?
move you 220 feet though. Ista, there's a
Okay.
magic rug in front of you.
Yeah.
It wants a hug.
Oh,
Mhm.
sweet. I will push at it with my chill touch.
That's going to hit.
So let's see. Damage. And then I put effects on it. 1, 2.
Okay.
I think that's it. Okay. I can't really step back without provoking. Can I?
Probably not.
Okay. Then I'll just stand here and look at it.
Assuming that the rug follows normal combat rules, which you have no reason to believe it does or doesn't, but
Yeah. Okay.
Wallop.
All right, time to bring out the maul.
24 is gonna hit.
I would hope. All right. Try to not roll less damage from my great weapon fighting. That's better.
Nice.
I feel like
Nice
that's not less
job.
damage. 14, very nice. Lorlevant, you're breaking up a little bit.
Is this any better?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go ahead and try to Eldritch Blast this.
That's gonna hit. The rug falls lifeless, tattered and torn.
Wonderful.
In case you're wondering, no, this rug has no value now.
Okay.
Why not? A broken magic item doesn't have value?
Well, you well and truly broke it.
Well, am I supposed to be rolling something as well?
Did
They're-
you throw
I
something?
was getting my dart back.
Yeah, just trying to get my
yes,
arrow
I need
back.
to get my I need to get mine back too. It's a D20 or D
50% for ammunition.
Oh, that's right.
Above a
that's
50 for ammunition, above a 25 for more throwing weapons. I think a dart. Man, I was kind of going back and forth in my head. How expensive is a dart? Let's go with that.
Well, you buy darts one at a time as opposed to.
We'll call it a thrown
20 at a
thing.
time.
Yeah. So you don't get your sling back or your bullet back.
stone. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
What I find most helpful from a bookkeeping standpoint is uncheck it and then reduce your ammo count by 1.
Okay. Thank you.
That's
a
how
good
I
idea.
personally deal with it, just so that I kind of... The check to me says resolve. Do I get it back?
Gotcha.
What do I see behind me in the Spencers?
Ear talismans. A bunch of ruined goods. Nothing that looks valuable or useful in any way, shape, or form.
And no sign of any bodies or anything in there.
No. Just the
gonna-
dead body that you have in the middle of the hall.
We take a look at the dead body and see if we can
Figure out which one it is. Or
yeah.
if it's one of
It's
No, we
Tandle.
did.
It was the
Yeah.
dwarf.
We already figured out it was the one guy.
Tandle Khan, one of the missing scavengers. He does have a knapsack, and I'm assuming you're gonna look inside of it.
Yeah.
It has he has several potions of healing. And
bonus.
We will take
Yep.
those.
He won't need those.
How many in a several?
one for everybody.
Nice.
It, along with the potion of
nice.
clairvoyance, are now in your party inventory. He also has a scrap of parchment that has the following numbers written on it: 39238. Okay, where are you going next?
I guess up to look in talismans.
By the way, the rest of the
Or
carpets in the carpet room, from where you're sitting, they look ruined, completely ruined from water damage and that kind of stuff.
Just exposure.
Yes. Ista. A sign above this store reads Grand Attire. Looking inside, you see shelves weighed down by moldy clothes, gloves, and hats.
Stinky. Anybody need a stinky hat?
Not particularly.
Yeah, I'll pass.
So, see any sign of
But all things considered, it might be worth just going through for anything that's not ruined.
Well, you can't smell it. You go in.
Okay. But after I check out this maintenance, this cabinet
Yep,
maintenance
that's where I was going.
room.
Okay. It's a small steel door set into the wall. It does not have any handles on it or anything. You can tell it's a door, but there's no lock, there's no handle, there's nothing on the outside.
I assume it's magecraft.
That's an assumption you can make, sure.
Yeah.
That is not a statement of confirmation or anything.
Nope. It's just what I assume is used to open it.
Does anybody have any idea how to open this?
I'll have a look.
Kids might have to make room for her, though.
What's the
Yeah,
walls made
I'll
out of?
move back a little bit. Get out of the way.
Can I see anything, any symbols or anything in or on or around the door?
A sign above. Wait, sorry, wrong one. That was the. There it is. A sign above that door reads "Maintenance Compartment." Okay, I'm gonna do some bookkeeping here. Let's get rid of that pointer. It's in my way. Move Gralak out of the way so Kaela can get to the door. There we go. And I'm not going to keep moving the skeleton. We'll just assume that it's hanging back about 40 feet from Lorlevant.
Can the door be picked?
How would you pick it? There's no door. There's no handle or anything to pick. It's just like
solid
it's
door.
a slab. It's a slab of a door. There's nothing, like you don't see anything to pick it. There's nothing.
I don't have the tech magic, so I can't check if there's any magical signatures.
I'll inspect the Gorgon seal.
Okay. It's a very recognizable seal of House Cannith.
Can it be moved?
No, it's just embossed on it.
Well, we can keep an eye out for like a talisman or something.
Can I find any sort of secret compartments or anything like that?
Yeah, you can you don't find anything. It's pretty clear that like this is not trying to hide anything. It's just not a public area.
Okay.
It's the broom closet.
So what do we see in the grand attire?
Shelves weighed down by moldy clothes, gloves, and hats.
No sign of any of the missing party.
No, there is. You also see a suit of armor in the middle of the
Ooh.
store.
What kind of armor?
Let me see if it gives any more information on that. Where's the items button? Holy cow. Too much armor. We'll say plate.
Okay, so I'm going in here to check this out.
Right.
Fighter sees plate armor. and-
Life. He sees continual living in a room.
Holy cow, there's so many armors in this. This is getting annoying.
Because of all the infused. Doesn't
Yeah.
help either.
All right, you know what? I don't care. We're just gonna call it full plate and move on with our lives. Everyone moves in. As you walk into the store, the armor comes to life.
Oh.
Okay.
And
Maybe I
as
don't move.
Hey, this room was crossed off.
hang on. As you walk in, it says, "Ooh, a customer!" And it quickly reaches off to its side and pulls off a piece of clothing that, Wallop, you're pretty sure that if you actually wore clothing, probably has a decent chance of fitting. I should know. Do you wear clothing?
No.
Right, so he pulls off a top of some kind, a shirt that you're actually pretty sure would fit you. However, it's like completely rotten and like he pulls it off the rack and it half falls apart. But the armor kind of holds it out in front of me. Ooh, it complements your eyes beautifully.
Is it a crop top? Because that's perfect.
I mean, it is now.
Wallop, I never noticed your moldy eyes before.
I imagine you didn't notice my eyes at all.
Oh, that's right, because you have a giant helmet and your face was melted off, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Huh.
It then looks over at Gralak and says, "Ah, sir, you look like you could use a hat." It pulls off a hat that probably once was pretty stylish, but the feather is like almost completely rotted away, and it's got a couple holes in it, and it's kind of an odd shade of orange. Yeah, off season.
I would like to name the armor now our cat.
That's mean.
As you leave, it says, "Oh, well, goodbye, sir. If you need a hat, come back." Then it turns its attention back to Wallop. "This shirt's not doing it for you?" He puts it back in the rack, pulls out another one. You're pretty sure the color used to be purple. Confirmed by the fact that the armor says, "Well, purple is very much the in thing today."
It does go well with bronze. No, I was hoping you were an adamant piece of wear.
Oh, I am the helpful caretaker of the store. I am enchanted to help a customer find the perfect attire for whatever engagement they require.
Well, from my point of view, that would be what you're made of. But
Hey, when did you last help people?
I help people every day. Why, a young-looking gentleman just left the store.
What
Well,
kind of
that's
gentleman
accurate.
was he?
It was me.
Yeah.
Who was your previous
He
customer?
very, very accurately describes Gralak.
And who was the customer before that?
That would be Wallop.
Are you going in the store, Miri?
I'm moving up to be right in the door, so I can talk to him.
Okay, it doesn't seem to recognize you.
Okay,
till you step in.
let's step in.
Oh,
Good day.
madam! He quickly puts the once purple shirt and turns it. "Madam, you are an inspiration of beauty. Might I suggest a dress like this? It's all the rage this year in Metrol."
Why, thank you. That's very kind of you. However, I actually had another question. Do you have time for another question?
I would be happy to answer whatever I can to help you select the perfect attire for whatever occasion you desire.
I will talk about attire in a minute. I was wondering if you're able to tell me about previous customers. We're looking for some, and not the last two, but any others that came in before those two in the last 3 days.
The armor goes, "Ah, I know exactly what you mean." It starts going through the aisles, paging through stuff until it selects a dress and comes back. "Why? This, madam, we have sold many of this style of dress, not in this color, of course. Don't worry, but this designer is very popular. Perhaps you need it for a ball.
Miri, that would have been perfect for you if you were about 3 years younger.
Oh. Ouch.
Possibly true. I think that's a
Sometimes
little.
it's nice being timeless. Let's is there
This
a
doesn't help.
desk?
What do you mean a desk?
Like
Like a sales register kind of?
yes.
Yes.
Okay. Wherever it is, I'm gonna walk
Kind
up
of
to
in
it
the-
and
yeah.
start opening it and looking for like any control, like a control medallion or anything there like.
So as you, there's not really much to open there.
As I nudge
But,
until it falls open.
Yeah, like there's a. It's not a desk, right? Like there's not a bunch of drawers and shelves and stuff like that. It's kind of more what you would like. It's more of a display case, kind of a spot. But you don't see anything there readily available. I will, however, have you make an investigation check. You do not. You kind of look around the store briefly. You don't see anything that looks like a control mechanism.
Okay.
Miri, the armor is continuing to try to help you, and based on what you're asking, it's basically trying to show you different items that other people have come in and are similar to what they've purchased, or it's actually pretty smart. Like it recognizes that it shouldn't try to sell you the same dress it sold another lady, right? Like it's
Yes.
not quite that
That's
dense.
very bad form. Yes.
But it is trying to match styles that are popular and in and that kind of thing.
Okay.
Oh, I know.
Can I
See
tell
if it can.
from the size, or any of these size to fit a halfling or a warforged?
No, it's pretty obvious that it's not related to any like time. It's just selling.
Can't tell if it tried to sell something to the halfling or the warforged.
Right.
Recently.
It's
Okay.
trying to sell something to you, and
Yeah.
based on your inquiry about past customers, it's inferring that you want something that's in, that's hot, and it's what other people are coming in to buy, and they're similar to that.
Well, thank you very much. Perhaps I shall come back.
We would be
Have a
happy to
lovely
have you,
day.
ma'am.
Thank you. And I leave.
And it turns back to Wallop. Sir, do you require assistance in your browsing?
Sure. I'm gonna step outside for some better light. If you could bring me that, and I just point at something.
It turns around, grabs it, and by the time it gets it, you're gone. And it's like, oh, goodbye, sir, to nobody. It looks
No, no.
around, sees that
Bring
no
that
one
out
is
here.
Oh. It can't find you.
Okay. Well, I tried.
Nice try. Good idea.
I'm still gonna keep in mind its existence, the maintenance hatch, the Canneth maintenance hatch across from it, more or less. See if any of that could work out. All right.
To the east of us, are those sidewalks?
boop, 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 boop. There is. Let's see. That's what I want. So the thoroughfare there narrows into mirrored glass corridors. However, you are actually there's a dried up fountain, pretty much right in front of Ista. Wrong one. And as you approach this dried up fountain in the middle of the marketplace, a glowing elf in flamboyant clothes winks into being nearby. Welcome to the Fireweave Bazaar. Your attire is our... And then the illusionary figment suddenly flickers and then repeats itself. Each time it nears the end of its sentence, it flickers and reappears. Or repeats.
They definitely went to a lot of effort here.
Yes,
Yes.
they did.
And they use a lot of very powerful magic to make it permanent.
Perhaps
it seems
not
to be
as
taking
permanent
it.
since it's failing.
Yeah. But it's also been hit by the magical equivalent of, I don't know.
Whatever it was.
We might want to stay in the same tunnel.
That's a good idea.
I'm a rebel.
All right, so as you go into here, ghost-like illusions flicker across the curving panes and light up the dark. Models wearing the latest fashion, as of 4 years ago, pouncing animals and swirls of flame. The illusions are basically advertising various wares sold in the marketplace. They have a strange peculiarity. Reflections cast onto them from figures passing through are delayed by about 5 seconds. Catch everybody up on their movement. Y'all want to move while I'm trying to give you information.
You know how we roll.
If you run into a wall, it won't complete your movement, by the way.
Yeah, there's
All right, hold on a second. Crazy cats.
Hey, at least we're all
Bring this
moving in
on
the same
yourself, and
direction.
you did bring this on yourself. You made
wouldn't
you
be
made
as
it.
bad if it wasn't so windy.
Yes.
Hey, I did not.
No, I didn't say anything about you. I just said this would not be as bad if it wasn't so windy. Regardless of the reason why it's so windy.
Where is the? Give it to me. All right. Right.
This thing would be a nightmare if this place was crowded because people would be going
In
both
which way?
directions and ugh.
I mean, like a mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for the mall is only one direction, or is all like a U, and you can only get in one side. You can't get out the other, so you had to go back.
Seeing any particular thing in this northernmost?
It's all kind of the same stuff.
Gotcha. Does it look like there's anything in any of the other tubes?
It's all the same. It's all mirrors and illusions and fun type things.
Yeah.
Oof.
Whee!
Yeah, the problem is it's still black until after we move, so we
Yeah,
can't see
hang
where we're
on, just-
supposed to go.
Yeah.
Let me just move you all out to the other side then.
Yeah.
You can
Sometimes
sort of solve
the
that by
lighting
just-
is difficult. Yeah.
You can sort of solve that by clicking your character again, so you technically unselect it. So you just toggle selecting it so you can see a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay, so this first room that we're about to approach did not have an X or a question mark on it, but the other two had X's on them. So,
Let me find the right one. It appears to be a textile shop of some kind. Similar to the rest, in disrepair. Nothing
We see
looking of value.
anything in there alive or dead
Nope.
other than clothes?
Another generic store.
I wonder why
See
it
any
wasn't
sign of?
marked.
Do we see any sign of footprints on the floor, in the dust or anything?
In the first one, no. In the other ones, yes.
Makes you wonder why they didn't go into that one.
Yeah.
Based on the fact that what you're seeing in the next one, it's basically looks the same. So as you come into this area, there are a couple of balconies as well.
Is that what those gear slotted type things
Yes.
are? Balconies? Okay.
That's 20 feet up. Is that what that means?
Yep.
Okay.
So it's not a steampunk mall.
I mean, maybe a little.
I mean, there's a hot topic thing.
So do we see anything in that last room that we got to in that line?
Hold, please. Which store? The last of the three?
Yes.
Much the same.
Okay. I'm gonna wave to everybody, like wave my arm out and be like, point towards the northwest.
That direction. If my message wasn't clear.
Well, if Wallop is jauntily waving at us, I'm going to take notice because that's kind of against type.
I'm gonna assume it's not so much a jaunty wave as much as it is like the soldier like holding up his fist in like a 90-degree kind of everyone understands as a stop and hold signal.
Something over that way. Now, whether you actually understand it or not may vary.
I mean, considering that the entire continent has been locked in war for 100 years, I feel like pretty much everyone would recognize what that means. But that's just me.
I might. I mean, my character may have lived through the entire war, but not in combat.
Sure. But you've probably seen soldiers come through town and maneuvers and stuff over the
Yeah.
years.
Militia practice and so
yeah.
on.
Military is been a major part of of your culture.
I have my maul out.
Sure.
What's in this next one on our right?
The big one?
Yeah.
We'll say it's a shoe store.
Shoe store as opposed to cobblers?
Like you can buy shoes.
Aren't shoes custom made for the person? Like a cobbler would make them?
Not some are.
No, that's true. And,
They're a lot more technologically advanced than we might think for medieval.
well,
Yeah.
Because,
and
like,
straight lash shoes are available in particular sizes too. So yeah. Shoes, huh? That's a big shoe store now.
They didn't mark that one down either.
Nope.
I think that was intentional. They left a lot of it as, like, the map was damaged.
Good point.
We hearing, seeing anything? Or is there any sign of that the gray dogs may have been in front of us? Or we may have gone into but not out of any of these other stores?
There is recent activity.
So I'm looking in this top right store.
Okay. The top right store looks to be a toy store.
Oh, cool. Toys. I'm newly 26. That means I can't play with toys, right?
I mean,
Depends on what the toys are.
I challenge this notion and would point
Yeah.
out that we are all adults playing a video game or a role-playing game in a video game setting. Thank you,
I
fancy
think you're
pants.
3 years behind in playing with toys.
All
Three?
right.
All that time.
Give me just a minute here to send some messages to people.
To be fair, people in your house may say that, but they also fly flying ships, sea ships.
So I'll look for flying ship toys.
That sounds fun.
Seen at least one thing from House Canis, so there's a lot of stuff that they have that's fun. And what are animated constructs except for giant adult versions of toys? Or in the case
I'm
of
going to point out
Warforged,
these
war machines.
It looks like
Warforged
the Warforged was
footprints
over
to
here.
Gralak, who's right beside
Yeah.
me. Yep.
They came over here too.
I am keeping an eye out behind us as well as all around me as best I'm able to do.
I mean, your 4 survival check says otherwise, but sure.
I'm trying to. I didn't say I was succeeding.
You're helping.
I do know that I am supposed to be looking around, but the fact that I may not be used to seeing skulkers in the corners doesn't mean that I'm not trying.
She doesn't know she rolled a 4.
That's right.
I'm doing a good job.
All I know is I'm trying.
That's all you can do.
There was only one Warforged in that party, correct?
I believe that to be
To our
correct.
knowledge, yeah. My notes real quick for a name.
So they for sure at least made it this far. Well, this is the last
No,
room.
there are multiple different Warforged that went through here, so it may not be our Warforged at all.
Oh.
Theirs was named Sprocket.
Yes.
Do we
Well,
see a like doors or anything on the balconies up above?
No,
Okay.
but there's like a ladder.
I mean, they could just be maintenance Warforged that were from here from before.
They're not doing a very good job.
I mean,
Do all
how
the,
good a
do all
maintenance
the
could you
tracks
perform
look,
if a bomb went off in your mall?
right?
I'd be
Do all the
dead.
tracks look from like a similar time frame, or some have more covering of dust? Or can we really tell?
All recent.
Right, so this is as far as anything was marked, this toy store. So from here on out, they didn't come back to mark it, to mark the
Sure.
map, to be clear.
Market.
Okay,
Okay.
can we tell which direction the Warforged footprints are going? Are they going straight down the hallway? Or are they going towards one of the stores?
Farther in.
What's the store to the south of where I'm at on the map? Or what's it appear to be?
Let's see what.
Vacant is also possible.
We'll call it a candy store. Haven't used that, and I know there's candy stores in the mall. I'm being forced to give a lot more detail than given here, so.
Sure. That's why.
Hey, I think it's been a while, but I think I still mostly remember what malls look like.
Right. Well, as PCs, it's like our duty to focus on the most insignificant point in the module and ask all the questions about that
Yeah, right.
while missing the clear important thing. Not on purpose,
It's
Because
just
we
a
don't know
job.
it's
but
supposed to
that's
be
just the way it
important.
goes.
Yeah.
I'm not really care about what kind of store it is. Do I see anything to the north?
No.
Are there footprints into it or just going past it?
There are some in there, yes.
And those are Warforged footprints, or are they?
It's a little hard to tell because they're not spread out. Like you can tell a number of people went in here and out, but they were kind of following the same path. So it's just kind of a trail of kicked out dust.
Do I see anything in there when I move up 5 feet?
Nothing of note.
I am terribly sneaking, by the way. That's why I'm moving 15 at a time, because that's half speed. I say
Okay.
terribly sneaking because, well,
Get flanked.
If you'd like to sneak, give me a stealth check in the tower.
Since we're talking, I don't think sneaking is a very fruitful activity.
Hey, what's in the land of leather?
Talking like hides, or are we talking something else? Belts, clothing.
I don't know. Go look.
Well, I'm right in front of the door.
the next one.
It's the next one.
Yeah, that's the one that isn't marked.
Oh, okay. Then
Wallop
I
is in
didn't
front of the
see
door. Wallop
Yeah.
sees a store that is clearly leather themed. all manner of PG leather items that you can imagine.
Belts, hats, vests,
Yes.
pants, boots. Yeah,
So they don't have leather sheets.
Uh,
they're known as hides, actually. And depending on the critter it came from, they can be really big and heavy. Do they have hides? Do they have them with the hair on or fur on? Or is it all just goods made from leather?
it'd be processed goods. So blankets, clothing. It's all in complete disrepair, right?
Oh, yes, of course. If everything else was moldy, they would be really badly molded.
Yeah.
I think we should survey this place for Warforged and see if they're friendly or not before we worry about what's in the store.
Yep.
Next.
Is there anything in the store to the south?
Nothing of note.
Okay.
All
right.
So, Gralak, as you come in here, the thoroughfare ends in a circular plaza ringed by ruined stores. Two premises face each other across the plaza: a House Civis message station and a perfumery named Musk. Inside the perfumery, Warforged raiders clad in tattered cloaks kneel and cover, clutching crossbows. One of them yells over to the message station opposite. "Give it up, scum! This is our land now, and you'll answer to our master."
Well, that's weird.
Okay, can I see anybody in either Musk station to the south of me or message station to the west?
So the message station has a squat stone-walled shop front bearing the cockatrice seal of House Civis. Its windows are broken and its walls have been pockmarked by crossbow bolts. A single stout door leads inside.
Okay, so they've at least been shooting at it.
Yes.
Okay.
And so far,
When
we
will
don't think
they-
they've noticed us.
Doesn't appear to. You're not really at a place where you can see into Musk at this point. I'll just give you there is excuse me, on the northwest side is a rune store has mostly burned down. The Gorgon seal of House Canet is still visible above the door, alongside the shop's name, Hounds of Baracus. Inside, you can just make out a pair of scorched iron crates protruding from the mounds of ash.
Well, when we get a chance, we should definitely check those out.
The Warforged traders, are they kneeling in cover they're inside the perfumery?
They're inside the perfumery.
But we can't really see them. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So how do we know they're kneeling? Anyway,
Don't worry about it.
right. Yeah. Well, since we know that they're kneeling and we know they're into the perfumery, are they facing into the perfumery or are they facing across the plaza at the message
Yes,
station? or
facing
how does that-
across the plaza because there's crossbow bolts across the plaza.
Dang it.
Gotcha.
But obviously we can't see it.
Is this corner of the plaza, are these walls?
Yes.
All right, I'd like to move stealthily down along the wall so I can try to hear what's going on inside.
All right, give me a stealth check in the tower. Right. Let's see.
Remember, we have that potion of clairvoyance. Also,
You do.
just send an eyeball around to look at him. Or something. I don't know how it works. There's an eyeball in this thing.
So as you're sneaking around, you hear from inside, like, "Hey, what's that?"
I'd like to try to sneak the other way.
Okay, give me a check in the tower.
You're supposed to be able to see those.
No, but it's fine.
After hearing, hey, what's that? I'm not going to sneak in this direction.
Sorry, ignore that.
Oh, oops.
Are we hearing anything from across the plaza at all?
No.
Do we see any movement from across the plaza at all?
The shop in question, no. It has a door that's still closed and looks functional.
Is there any sort of a window or anything?
The windows are broken, but you
Yeah.
don't see any
Okay.
Do we
movement.
see any footprints, like, in the dust going up to the message station? Maybe our
You're
party went in
too
there?
far away to really identify that. Wallop, you come around the corner, and immediately 3 crossbow bolts fire in your direction.
Not again.
Like they do. Let's see if I got to hold that plate.
The first
You
one
just
hits
get it
you
to
for
stop talking
1.
to you.
Okay.
Ooh.
One goes wide. A Warforged kind of takes a snapshot, and as he does so, he stands up and bonks his head on something above him. And the other one also goes wide.
Do you see any more than the 3, Wallop?
Just see 3. I suspect it's about time to roll some dice.
Yeah, we'll do initiative. Seems like a good place to roll for initiative. Wallop, from further in, you hear a number of voices shouting, kind of along the lines of, "Hey, what is this? What's going on?" and that sort of thing. There is something that I need to. All right, let me take care of a couple things here. So there's a bunch of shouting inside. One of, let's see. So Raider 10 here comes around the corner, Wallop, and sees you. Well, the conversation is kind of along the lines of, "What do you see? What's going on?" And one of the ones that shot at you, Wallop, says it's a It's her brother. So this Warforged over here comes down and says, "Ah, brother Warforged, have you come to join our cause?"
Maybe. What is your cause?
And it's Gralak's turn. I close the window that I need. Hang on. So he tells you back something to the effect of to create something along the lines of Warforged rights and yada yada Warforged. Sounds a little overzealous to you.
Okay. But it sounds more Lords of Blady than other than say the Becoming God, which is what I follow. Well, the concept anyway.
Sure. Your character doesn't identify it as Lord of Blades, but yes, they're Lord of Blades zealots.
Okay. Oh,
So
bummer.
Kind of giving you an invitation to join their ranks, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not shooting at you, so that's an improvement.
Yeah.
All right, Gralak, what are you doing?
I get out 2 flasks of oil and then hold my action until I see what Wallop does, and I want to be prepared to throw the oil on the floor, and then yell at Lorlevant to maybe set them on fire if they attack again.
What kind of oil do you have?
I have flasks of oil, and I think
Oh, interesting.
A little bit difficult from a range. The only thing I can light is prestidigitation, which is a 10-foot range.
well, my intent was to throw them on the ground, like in the entranceway,
Sure.
so that they should be easily targetable.
Sure.
And that's all I'm going to do at the moment, so I'll just hit turn complete.
Okay. By the way, Wallop, the store in here is also in much disrepair. However, it's a perfumery, so its wares have survived exposure much better since it's bottles and of liquids and stuff.
Could we smell lots of stuff?
Yes, you can smell all sorts of things. Rot, decay.
Well, perfume,
You do smell
which tends
some.
to be alcohol based.
You do smell some perfume stuff, yes.
That means that some of the bottles are broken. Because if the bottles are sealed, you wouldn't smell it.
Right.
Probably some of
Wait.
them have had crossbow bolts go through them.
Is
Or
this
they
the
just
one
bumped
I
them over.
added?
Yeah, can we see any crossbow bolts, or holes or anything on this side of the plaza?
Yes, but like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Not anywhere near the number. Another Warforged kind of comes around. Oh wait. Nope, not what I wanted. That's what we want. Now you can see him come around. Another Warforged comes down, sees Wobbs, and perhaps a little bit more cautiously, seeing that you are heavily armed and armored, and says, "Brother, will you join your arms with ours?" And it's Ista's turn.
So
Okay.
um, can I actually from there see any of them?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay, then I will hold my action as well, and I will be ready to where to go. Do a dissonant whisper if any of the Warforged attack any of our party members.
Okay.
I do hold the flask of oil up to make sure everybody in my party has seen them.
I'm gonna move up to there so that way I can at least attempt to do the lighting on fire. And I'm gonna hold my action for prestidigitation if it's within reach, because it's probably not.
Is that all you have
'Cause I
to
can
do to
only go
light
10
something
feet.
on fire?
Prestidigitation can light torches and all that kind of stuff on fire.
All right.
But it's also a 10-foot range maximum, so I have to be close.
You done?
Yes. I don't know if you hear me, but I did say I was done.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Great.
Wallop, you can clearly tell that the Warforged in here are interacting with other people still in the store as well.
There's more than 4 individuals in that store.
Kaela.
All right, I don't hear any fighting going on, so I'm going to go ahead and keep sneaking towards the hounds of whatever it is.
You did hear a couple of plinks of bolts flying through the air.
Yeah, I'm going to ignore it.
I'm fine.
And I'll be stealthy.
Okay.
It's a cross bolt or two between friends.
Oh, that's a known Warforged greeting, isn't it?
Right.
It's going a little out of style, but you know.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, everyone's 4 years out of style here, so.
It was in style for so
All right,
long.
Wallop. So you've got a bunch of Warforged in front of you. I will point out that while they are hailing you, they are also taking aim.
Okay. Well, I am going to walk forward. I'm going to take one hand off my maul.
Okay. One of them asks, "Brother." Ooh, I missed one. To tell you, brother, are you here to join the Lord of Blades and our cause?
8, 9. No, I'm not against the idea entirely either. Explain to me your cause. I'm going to engage them in conversation. Because there's 10 of them.
They are all they appear all ready to fire at you. You actually here.
So-
Let me.
So please tell me, all 10 of you, what is the is this a stronghold, or what is going on? I think I heard you mention.
You are very certain that were you not a Warforged, you would be a pincushion.
Yeah.
so,
I think we all got that.
so,
Just a little bit.
so what are you asking?
Oh, I'm asking about this seeming stronghold they have here, and I'm basically asking, it's like, is this a gathering place? If I was to come back here, would you be here for us to talk further, or?
No, they are basically locked in a standoff with an unknown number of, shall we say, unworthy flesh bags who are holed up across the way. Perhaps you could show your zeal for the Lord of Blade and the cause by going in there and flushing them out.
Yeah, I could probably do that. But I'm gonna try to buy like 6 seconds of conversation at least, and then if I can move the conversation in that direction, I will. I'm like, well, I can get rid of them. You need.
Let's do this. Let's
Is there a door in that opening to the store?
which one? The
The one that
perfumery?
Wallop's standing in.
Not anymore. Wallop can see what used to be a door that is no longer on its hinges. So Wallop, describe to me how you are engaging them in conversation. Are you trying to be kind of all tough like? Are you trying to be like just let me rephrase this. From a game perspective, are you trying to use deception, intimidation, or persuasion? So intimidation here, not necessarily being like you're trying to scare them, but just kind of would be kind of more along the lines of you're trying to put on the aura of a tough guy who can get things done. Persuasion being more like you're trying to you want to be the tough guy.
Yeah, I'm essentially I'm talking to them and ignoring the fact that they've got 10 crossbows aimed at me.
Feigning bravado.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then we'll have you. Actually, you know what? Because you're a Warforged, I'm going to give this to you again, just to give you advantage.
Hopefully that was better than.
Good news, it was. And then we'll give you that. I would describe your interactions here as not overly confident that you're selling yourself as well as you would like to be.
Okay. How long does it take?
Yeah, kind of most of your turn. I mean, you don't think you're like in imminent danger, but they don't seem to be sold on your non-committalness to their cause.
Okay.
Miri.
All right. I am going to move up a little bit, trying to stay out of line of sight of these guys. Then I'm going to point my finger at Kaela and whisper using gotta get the right thing up here. Or I should say I'm attempting to use message to tell her I will use message again in a minute when you get closer. Whisper back to me what you see. You can reply back to me once right now and again after I whisper to you again.
Okay.
So can I reply right now, or do I wait till my turn?
You can reply now.
Okay, I got the message.
Gralak. And actually, here, you're kind of. This is not a super quiet conversation. Okay.
Well, I will continue to hold my action with the oil. And the intent here is to get some oil down to give us time to get away. It's not really to attack them with it, make them come through it, and provide cover.
Okay.
And you put Gralak in an actual square. So I know where he
yeah,
is.
hang on.
Actual squares.
Okay. You done, Gralak?
Yep.
Ista.
I'm continuing to hold action. My plan is if they start firing on Wallop, to basically kamikaze into the middle of them and do Arms of Hadar, which is a 10-foot radius psionic attack.
That sounds fun. I will point out that as a reaction, you can only take an action. You do not get a move as part. I mean, you could use the dash action, but you only get your action.
Okay. Then it would be Dissonant Whispers on whoever came out.
Okay. Lorlevant.
Gonna pretty much hold the same action,
Okay.
and that's it.
Seems reasonable. Everyone's just kind of in another standoff within
We
a
don't know
standoff.
what we're doing.
Yep.
Yep.
Standoff with a standoff.
Trying to.
Kaela. Sneaking around.
Yep, still sneaking.
You do not need to give me another sneak roll. I will
Okay.
continue to honor your last stealth.
Okay, so look into the hounds of whatever room, and what do I see?
You see, two crates. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. It's a
The other guys
Parked
are in
out.
the message station, right?
yes. That's where all of the fire has been shooting at. So it's the next one. This is where they're shooting at. Kaela, just so the one south of you.
Oh, okay. So next turn I'll have something to report, hopefully.
But this one is that's another store. It's been badly burned. Let's see. Let me check your skill sets here. Hey. And Wallop.
All right. So I'm going to switch tact a little bit here.
Okay. Not feeling so
and go
confident
into,
with the 10 crossbows pointing at you?
Well, you know. And I'm going to move into using my veteranness, etc., being a soldier,
Sure.
and start asking them like, so tell me, brothers, what has your experience been since the end of the war? I myself was buried during the day of mourning, so I'm curious what other warforged have experienced since the end. I've heard that we are free.
So you're kind of taking a tact of you're trying to convey the idea that you missed 4 years and you don't really know what's going on, and tell me more.
Yep.
Kind of thing. Okay.
I'm getting people who want to talk about their thing to talk to me about it.
Seems reasonable.
If you understand what I'm saying, like
Yeah. You're taking the tact of the hero that knows he's in a really bad situation. If I can keep them talking, it'd be great. So
and hopefully the rest of my party can go and do the thing. Yeah.
So one of a couple of them lower their crossbows. So you no longer, you very obviously no longer seem to be in imminent danger of being shot multiple times. And one of the Warforged walks up to you. Says, holds out his hand, brother. We would welcome you into our clan. And starts giving you a the 5-minute pitch, or the 1-minute pitch of the elevator pitch. There we go. Like the short version of why the Lord of Blades is awesome, and why you should definitely follow the Lord of Blades, and how that's beneficial for all Warforged kind, and how beings of flesh are trying to oppress the Warforged and need to be exterminated, and that kind of stuff.
All right, I will let him.
Better getting shot. Miri.
Alrighty, so I am going to move forward slightly, and then I'm going to point at Kaela, and again whisper, "What are you seeing?" And she can reply back to me.
Oh, immediately. Okay.
Yeah, you did. Like little short
This
chat,
is my
that's
turn.
fine. Like that's free actiony stuff. Like I'm not.
This is my turn, not hers. Yeah, this is my turn.
If you're gonna start reading War and Peace, then we're gonna start going and consider that to be rounds and stuff. But
No,
think it's only
I can just
25
whisper
words.
that I don't see anything in the Hounds of Barracus room but crates.
It doesn't look like. Okay, I can't keep on talking, I guess. So it was a once each way, as I understand it. Is that a correct interpretation?
I mean, we'll be a little fast and loose with the it lasts for a
It's a
round, so you
cantrip.
can kind of.
Okay.
I think it lasts for a round. Let's
Okay.
double check here.
And nothing seems to be in Hounds of Barracks, so you're moving on to the message center.
Duration
Yes.
is one
So
round.
it does. Duration's 1 round. It kind of implies that you can only do once, but we'll let you just kind of have it for a round. That's fine.
Thank you. Because you can do a lot in a round.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm
Right,
not
stay
looking to
safe.
micromanage how much you can say, especially in a group setting where you're sitting around the quote virtual Fantasy Grounds sponsored table, and I'm not gonna try to micromanage that. It's
Right.
not worth
Right.
my
I'll
time.
check back with you. I'll check back with you again in a minute. And I keep an eye out again as to what's here.
So, Wallop, the Warforged kind of beckon you to kind of move towards the back. As some of the one that's in front of you is very happy to tell you all about why you should immediately be one of the brothers of the Lord of Blades. But the other ones are kind of also reminding, hey, there's bad guys over there. Keep the firing lanes clear, kind of a thing. Please come further in with us.
Okay. Well, I will move in some.
You don't have to move right now, so.
I'll make a token gesture of moving. How's that?
Oh, sure. We'll
then
just
we
kind
can
of.
go.
That's where you wanted to be?
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so they're gonna kind of continue to kind of maneuver around and take position and stuff like that. Gralak. Anyone else feel
Well-
like this is, things are about ready to blow up here?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much a unanimous yes. Got it.
Continue to hold my action.
I do. For reasons.
What was that, Wallop?
I said, I do. For reasons.
All the reasons, huh?
So 16 is gonna come up here and direct another shout across the way. Let's see, something. Let's see, what do they have in here? Shouts across the way. Scum, flesh bags, come out, surrender. The cause grows even as we speak. You have no hope. Ista.
Okay. I'm gonna move forward a little bit if I feel like I can safely do it, which I think I do.
I don't know. Do you want to get where are you moving to?
Just right up against the door, so I'm a little bit closer if I'm gonna kamikaze into the room.
10 of them.
There's a few.
And uh-oh.
There's more of them than us.
Okay. You move up.
And continue to hold.
Okay.
Listening.
Lorlevant.
I can move up to there. That way I can... I'm trying to stay out of sight, but I'm trying to be able to actually hit the doorway with the prestidigitation.
Okay.
And that's it.
I'm actually going to get a roll from you as well. Okay.
Nobody sneeze.
Right. You,
I'm
Kaela,
allergic to
be
perfume.
quiet. That's true.
Kaela.
All right, I'll move to where I can get a good view into the message station.
Okay.
Stealthily, of course.
Be seen by the Warforged across the way.
That would be the trick, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, speaking of that, I'm producing light, and Warforged don't have dark vision.
Sure.
It is true. He is a big glowing warforged.
Let's do this. Have you give me a perception roll? Nope. Lorlevant can ignore that. So you look in, you don't see anybody, but you can tell that the store is in disarray. And when I say that, I don't mean in the sense that like it's been deteriorating over time. Like someone has very clearly moved stuff around. like the shelves are upended and thrown around, that kind of a thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'll whisper. Just I don't know if Miri can still hear me or not, but I'll whisper. No one inside, but messy.
I hear her.
Yeah.
Thank you. There's 10 of these Warforged over here. I'm not sure if you knew that before. Be very careful because they can see across this plaza pretty well.
Understood.
Speaking of which, one of the Warforged says, "Let's give them another something to think about." And several of them fire crossbow bolts, not at Kaela, but clearly at the door and such. And let's see. Kaela, I would like. Ooh, that's a better way of doing this. Let's have Kaela give me a dexterity saving throw. I'll send that to you. Ooh. So you don't get hit, but I'm gonna have you give me a stealth check now.
Never mind.
Uh-oh.
What you're not seeing there, she rolled a 1.
Oh, of course I did.
That's what I figured when you started giggling. Oh, crap.
So so here's kind of what happens. The Warforged, a bunch of the Warforged, fire a salvo of bolts at the store across the way, right? And Kaela, not really seeing this coming, hears a whistling, and lets out a small little squeak. If it were not for her very impressive 7 on stealth proficiency, it would probably be much more identifiable as a scream of panic. But it just comes out as a stifled yelp. And several of the Warforged inside go, "Oh, what was that? Are they trying to sneak out?"
No, you were just shooting at them.
Wallop.
What did you expect them to do? That's what I say. Anyways, I'm gonna try to maneuver further back a bit to come back there and talk.
Okay.
Let me actually get in the square. And then I'm gonna keep talking, but I'm holding my action for when someone rushes in here and does something dumb.
Message received.
Okay.
We're all waiting for you
There's
to do something, and then you're waiting for us to do something. This might take a while.
There's been
Yes.
impressive restraint so far.
As long as we can keep that up.
Yes, but they just shot their crossbows.
And you keep getting further and further in.
Yep.
But they just shot all their crossbows.
Maybe you should volunteer to come out and look.
This Warforged comes out to see what was up, and immediately
Yep.
at this point, like sees people. Gralak, I believe you have a ready to action. I think
throw
everybody
the 2 flasks of oil on the ground right at his feet.
like everybody has.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know if you can actually throw 2. You can throw 1.
Okay.
Let's see.
So you're just gonna go
So-
down the line for the held actions?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me do a dart attack, but with let's see, what's the penalty for improvised weapon? Do you remember, Alex?
Not off the top of my head this edition.
Yeah.
It's probably just disadvantage.
Try and hit the
But,
ground.
Well, that's
It's
the
an
thing. It doesn't matter as
improvised
much
weapon.
if you miss, because
Let's
then it
see.
just goes into a random location if you miss. So because it's a grenade,
Right.
that's still a thing.
It just says it's an improvised weapon, so that's what I was kind of looking for. Right. Why don't you just give me an attack roll? You're just aiming for the ground, so just give me a dart attack roll. And make sure you undo the ammo that's going to come from that. If it does one. Okay, so you throw it at the ground, and which square were you aiming for?
At the feet of the Warforged that was stepped out.
Okay. Come on. There we go. So you splash it at his feet. Ista.
Okay, so I'm gonna dissonant whisper this guy. So I whisper quietly, pointing at him.
He succeeds.
Okay, let's see what it says. On a failed save, on a successful save, the target takes half as much. So he doesn't have to run away, but he
Okay.
takes, some of this damage. So I'll just drop the damage on him.
7 damage. Very nice.
Okay.
And Lorlevant.
I'm going to light the oil on fire.
Okay.
Monted does normal.
You cut out there.
However much it does.
Not
Broke up
better.
again.
Testing.
There we go.
Better.
There you are.
Okay. I don't do any extra effects. It just lights it on fire.
Right. I'm trying to look at the timing here. Enters the area or ends its turn in the area. Okay. So you light it on fire. He's gonna take 5 damage, but only on this turn. This is still part of his turn, so. Okay. And that was all the held actions, right?
Yep, because
I
my
believe so, yes.
trigger has not happened.
Okay.
Except maybe the skeleton.
That's a bonus action for me. And it's a little bit far away to do anything.
Say it's right about there. All right, so this guy is gonna take a snapshot with his crossbow at Ista, which amazingly hits.
Ouch.
Ista needs some armor.
Yes, she does. Ouch.
And then it's Miri's turn.
I am going to first. I'm going to whisper, point to Kaela, and whisper. Are you seeing anything?
Is that an action?
Yes.
Oh.
If she
Yes,
casts
you're
it
right.
again.
It is an action. Yes. In that case, I'm just going to move over here and shoot this guy.
Okay.
As soon as I get the right thing up here?
I mean, she's close enough. She's aware we're now fighting.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably a safe bet.
The
That
burst
hits.
of fire might have given away.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Did that hit?
Yes, that hit.
Okay, I'm trying to do the other part, but it doesn't seem to be happening. There we go.
You drop him.
Is he leaking oil, and does that catch on fire?
No. I'm actually slightly annoyed by the fact that it's not giving me what I want. Are you done, Miri?
Yes, I think I'm done at this point. Because everything else I do was going to be another action. So yes. I do have movement left, but I'm afraid to go too much forward because I'm I'll go backward. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Move on back.
Warforged Raider 4, noticing what's going on, raises his crossbow at Wallop and says, Are you a brother of the... Do you swear fealty to the Lord of Blades, or are you a traitor to the cause?
See that number 4? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look him dead in what might be his eyes and say, I'm not gonna swear fealty to anyone who I've not spoken to.
He shoots you.
Okay.
Or tries to. See how well this
Hopefully
goes.
he fails to shoot me.
He misses.
Hooray!
Disappointing.
By the skin of my being a warforged. Literally. The +1 to armor class for it.
It is Gralak's turn.
Is the fire still burning nicely?
I think so, yeah. I think it burns for a minute.
And I can't tell if that's going to let me see into the room or not.
Hang on a second. I'm not looking at the map at the moment.
Should give you direct line of sight to at least like 3 of them.
The fire burns for 2 rounds, by the way.
Thank you. Let you see 3 of them. That misses.
Did the one that came out die?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Kaela. Actually, we're gonna do... There we go. Three members of the scouting party pop out over the barricades and stuff, see you and your friends, and yell at you, "Quickly, in here for cover!" And then they all 3 fire a salvo at the door of the perfumery, causing the Warforged in there to kind of flinch back a little bit.
Hooray.
Warforged 16 will respond by firing across the way at them. Ista.
Okay, time for the something stupid we talked about. Okay, I'm moving forward. It won't let me see into the room. There we go. All right. So this is called Arms of Hadar. You invoke the power of Hadar, the dark hunger. Tendrils of dark energy erupt from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Each creature in that area must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, a target takes 2d6 necrotic damage and can't take reactions until its next turn. On a successful save, the creature takes half damage but suffers no other effects. So
Okay, this sounds exciting and fun.
So 10-foot radius. I'm not sure how to. Would that just be these 4 that are around me?
Come on, move for me.
Might be 11.
10-foot radius around you, right?
Yeah.
That's just a little over 5.
So it's just gonna get those 4, yes.
Okay. So then I'll just target them manually, I guess.
That works.
Did that get them all? 14, 19, 16, 10. Okay. And then I've been waiting to use this spell. Because people kept walking into the thing, or whatever.
Oh dear, one of them rolled a 1. 1 saved.
Okay. And here's their damage. Ooh, nice.
You go, girl.
And
Alright.
then I don't see like anything else I'm supposed to put on like an effect.
And that's just psychic
But
damage,
they can't.
right?
It's a
Yep.
yeah,
Okay.
and the ones that failed cannot take reaction until their next move.
Sure. They are all
But
holding
one of
crossbows, so like I don't think they even get attacks of opportunity.
All right. So then
You did
guess that's
apparently
me.
knock one of them unconscious, though. A couple of them, actually.
And that activates my reaction for my held action.
And as I come in, I shriek, "Leave Wallop alone!"
He is
for
definitely
drama.
identified as not as
blew his cover.
interested. Yeah. Wallop has a reaction here. Go. That's gonna hit.
Okay. Let's see. Yes.
Yeah, that's a cool spell, but it hits everyone in the thing, friend or foe.
Right.
So you have to be careful.
Yep.
You knock
And
another
I've
one
stuck
down.
pretty close.
The only one that I can see that's up, the one in the back, 7.
Looks like it.
Okay.
What are you using?
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Of course I roll low.
Of course. Okay.
And then I'm done.
Warforged Raider 10 is going to drop his crossbow and pull out a scimitar and swing it at Ista. However, he misses.
And he threw it at her.
No. Did not do that. Warforged
Oh.
Raider
I
12
wasn't sure
will
what
also
flame
draw a scimitar. And he will hit Wallop. For 4 damage. The members of the scavenger party continue to shout at you all to come and take shelter from the Warforged zealots.
It's time to attack. Come out.
Here, stop hiding. Get out here.
We've already almost taken out half of them
Yeah, you're doing okay so far.
so far.
One of them fires a crossbow bolt at Ista. This will hit for 5 damage.
No.
And another one will get fired at Wallop and miss. Kaela.
All right, I'll yell towards the message station. We're here to help you. Come out and fight. And I will move to there. And I should be able to see. Number 16 is dead, right?
Yep.
So I should be able to see number 7. I don't know if my short bow is good enough to reach him.
Looks like you're 85. What's the short bow range is 80, 30, 320. So you have disadvantage, but you can shoot him.
Okay. Let me see. Oh, yeah.
Almost, but no.
I don't like disadvantage.
I don't think you're supposed to, except when the bad guys have it. All right. I'm confused. Okay. That one seems to have disappeared. Wallop.
All right. Let's see. Hopefully this will do well.
No.
Really? All right.
Not so well.
Action surge. Really? Really?
Hey, it was one higher.
You did do better the second time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And bonus action, second wind.
Okay.
You don't need wind.
I would point out you do have inspiration that you can spend to add d6s to rolls.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
I don't know if you want to use it on
here's the
those
first
crappy
one.
rolls, but it is an option for you.
Why not? Here's the first one. Nope. And here's the second one.
So 13. The 13 hits.
Okay. Fantastic.
And you drop him in one fell swoop.
Oh yeah. Well,
Mark off 2 of those
Should
inspirations.
turn the difficulty back on to Reaper.
thank you.
I feel like
So
this
good.
is more fun to get the story, so you know. Okay. Going further in. Miri.
All right. I heard the cry of pain that Ista gave. And so I'm going to try to move so that I can see her without being seen. I can't really tell
You
what I can
can't really.
see at this point because it's just a blackness that she's in
Yeah.
the middle of. I want to move forward enough that I can see her, and then I want to cast my
Unfortunately,
healing
there's
word
a
on her.
fire that's kind of in your way.
Is
This
there
is the
right?
second turn for that, or is this the third?
Second, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Can
kind of thought people would kind of retreat instead of charge into the 10 guys.
Yeah.
Some of these people don't seem to
There's
retreat,
10.
so I can try to move there. Okay.
Hey, that was the only way I could use my cool spell.
That's true.
Okay. Can I move
15.
over here?
Like,
Can I see her yet?
Nope. I
No.
think you need to move more down than
Yeah, you need to
Well,
move
you
south
know,
rather than.
yeah.
20.
Am I moved yet? Okay.
and if you're thinking healing word, you can even dash if you needed to.
Yeah, it is a bonus action.
How do I do that?
Dash is just move again.
Oh,
for your
yes.
action. You take a move action,
Okay. Yes, I will do this.
but
And-
you can get to here with your movement, which will let you see Ista.
Okay, I want to be able to see Ista because I believe I need to be able to see her, and then I
Yes.
want to do a healing word on her. How do I? Oh, there it is. Ista.
Thank you.
It's better than nothing. And then I'm going to dash away. Whoop.
Okay.
And so I can do at this point.
All right. Warforged number 4 is going to lose his crossbow and attack Wallop. And miss. Boo. Gralak. Okay. That one's already down, by the way.
Okay. Couldn't tell that.
There's a little down the bottom right corner that if you mouse over, it'll tell you what its current general status is.
Yeah, my eyes can't see that dot. So.
You can zoom in.
The way in.
You can zoom in to smaller than a single square.
Okay, and I think that was 35 feet, but I couldn't tell from the text. Is that right?
Something like that.
I can still attack.
Yes. I think it was 40, but I think you're still good. That was damaged.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'll take my unarmed strike as well.
Okay. Your first attack does not hit, but your second one does. Okay. Let's see. Go to Ista.
All right. Do a mind sliver onto number 10 here.
Okay.
It's a disorienting spike. Let's see, 1d6 psychic damage. So let's see if that works.
He fails.
Excellent.
So damage it is.
Damage. And then effect.
He's dead.
Effect. Oh, well, then he's not affected.
Well, I mean, he is. He's just dying.
Yeah.
And
It's super effective.
I will. Let me see. Yeah, I'll just pass my turn.
Lorlevant.
Let's move back down. Let's go ahead and try to hit Raider 7 again. And
Nope.
miss. I will then use Healing Light on Ista.
Thank
Okay.
you.
And that's it.
The Grey Dogs continue to implore you to come take cover before you're overwhelmed.
Gray dogs, they're half gone. Come help.
Uh,
Or don't,
I
whatever.
don't think there's half left.
No wonder your dude got killed by a carpet.
this one will shoot and hit
Wait.
Gralak. For 8 damage. This guy will attack Wallop and miss. Kaela.
All right, I will move again.
That was 25.
Yeah. And attack 7 again, and this time I think I don't have to use disadvantage.
No. Didn't seem to help
Not
much.
that it really matters. Yeah.
Okay. Come here, 20. Not 4.
Not a 20.
Which is, yeah, but look at it's Warforged 4 and Warforged 20.
Miri.
Right. Oh, she's doing a lot better. Good. Okay. So I'm going to move forward, and then whatever bad guy I see, I am going to shoot at. I have to get past these people so I can see. 7 is down, right?
Nope.
No, 7 is not down.
Everything
so
here
7,
is live and in play.
Okay, thank you for that. All righty. My card. Oh, here we go.
That'll hit. Now he's down.
Wait.
Yeah, you were just following up on a 2 and a 3 attempting to hit.
Well, it's all about teamwork.
One of us will roll
All right.
decent eventually.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
right. Yeah, maybe. Hasn't worked so far. Yeah.
Well, if we
All
don't roll well enough, eventually there will be other issues because that means they rolled well enough.
Speaking of rolling well enough, come on, big money. I hit on Wallop. Fantastic. Wallop could sit with a scimitar. Gralak. Again with the damage first. So your first attack misses.
I'm going to use a key point to do flurry of blows.
Okay, you also have inspiration points too if you want to add to your 12.
Yeah, I'll use one.
Okay. So a 17 will hit, so you get the 9 damage there. All right, you're gonna use a key point to get another attack, right? Something like that.
Get 2 attacks.
2 attacks. Oh boy.
Well, I get 1 normally, so flurry is 2 and 1 additional.
Right. That's gonna hit. That'll knock him down. You've used 25 feet of movement, so you can move and use your last attack if you want. You rolled an 11. And adding an inspiration for 15, which will hit. All right, 5 damage. Ista.
Okay, I'm gonna start whispering. You don't even have a mom, but if you did, she'd dress you funny. And
He fails his save.
dissonant whisper.
Oh.
Some psychic damage right to his head.
All right. That will kill him. And we are going to end the show there because we're a little bit over. So we'll go across the board. Thanks for watching D&D Night tonight with us. This has been Oracle of War, which you can watch the second Sunday of the month. D&D Night is 7 p.m. Eastern on Sundays on twitch.tv/DDOstream. You can also find us on YouTube, and we have a playlist there. You can check out DDO.com to learn more about Dungeons & Dragons online. And you can check out our sponsor, Fantasy Grounds, at fantasygrounds.com or at fantasygrounds2 on Twitter. That's the virtual tabletop that we've been using. And you can get started with your tabletop experience there today. You can check me out on DDOcast.com and at DDOcast on Twitter for our weekly DDO news and discussion show, as well as playing DDO and doing some other stuff occasionally as well. Wallop and Ista, would you like to plug your stuff?
Well, for me, this is Lynn. I also play in what Alex DM's Rime of the Frost Maiden, as well as whatever wacky stuff Jerry/Cordovan is running.
And I run Rime of the Frost Maiden and also play in Jerry's games. And you can also check out our stuff at eldritchentertainment.com and amethystdragonfly.com. That is to say, the stuff we have for sale. Go ahead.
And that's DM screens and stuff like that, amongst other things. So, Kaela, Gralak, Miri, or Lorlevant, anything you guys want to plug on the way out?
No, sir. Have a lovely week or a lovely month, folks.
See you next
Good night,
month.
everybody.
See
Right.
you next month.
Thanks for watching.
See you
Good
next time.
night.
Bye.
Bye.